Hi everybody, welcome back to Ardella Vision, where it is my hope to inspire you to capture the vision of your life. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday and on the weekends on all things ADHD, mental well-being, and personal development. Now today we are going to be talking about the fact that there is a cat hair in my mouth, as always. Downsides of having two cats that are long-haired. Obviously, you can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about the benefits to having ADHD, the positive sides to having ADHD, the advantages to having ADHD. I feel like there is so much negative, bad press for us ADHDers that I just wanted to see what some positive things we have to bring and add to the world. And my kitty cat is being so cute right now. Ooh. With the list that I'm about to introduce to you, obviously, not all of us will relate to all of these things, and I'm probably going to forget something. So if there's something that I forgot, or if there's something that you feel that you are really, really good at, and because of your ADHD, you're good, better, best at, let me know in the comment section below, because I always love hearing from you. So let's get into it. Oh, here she comes. Oh, and she still has her little rope. Rosie's come to say hello. I don't know where Leo is, so don't ask. I mean, you can, but I don't know where he is. A lot of what I looked into in terms of the benefits or the positive sides to having ADHD is mostly just stories and not so much studies. Obviously, let me know what you feel like in your heart and your gut instinct. What do you feel like is a strength of yours, and especially because of your ADHD? To start off the list of the positive traits, I'm going to say the one thing that I feel like is my strength at having ADHD is coming up with new ideas. Our brain is wired for constant thought. We are constantly coming up with ideas to problem solve or to troubleshoot, or also to just be creative. And so we are constantly coming up with new ideas. Whether we actually start, work through, and finish the ideas that we have is a whole nother thing. But if you are needing to help people come up with creative ideas or creative ways to finish a project, whatever it is, we are really good at coming up with new ideas. And I feel like that is my strength. Another way of putting it is that we are inventive, or we're highly creative. We think outside the box. We're not just stuck in one way of linear thought. We're very oftentimes artistic, and we're original thinkers. So the things that we create and the ideas that we come up with are beyond the scope of an average mind. Not to say that neurotypical people can't be creative or imaginative or great thinkers and new idea makers, but it's just a strength that we have. And I feel like this is something that I've been told quite often, and people come to me for ideas whenever they need help with kind of troubleshooting how, oh my goodness. Oh, she has an idea. She wants to add to the conversation. So another strength that us ADHDers have is that we are spontaneous. People with ADHD that are spontaneous are the kind of people that shake things up or make things interesting, because we're just willing to spontaneously jump into action before thought, because we just have no inhibition to hold ourselves back and to think things through. But because of that, and because of our spontaneity, we keep things exciting and interesting, which leads into my third strength that we have, is that we are enthusiastic and we are energetic. We are the effervescent life of the party. We keep things going when other people are losing steam. Now, I know this can be considered a distraction in some areas, but when honed in and harnessed properly, energy and enthusiasm can be a real benefit to you and to people in your surrounding community or environment, especially at work or at school, or if you're part of a sports team or things like that. You have the energy to just keep going, and you have the strength to carry a lot of people with you that if you weren't a part of it, maybe they would have fizzled and quit or gave up a little bit sooner. If we're hyper-focused and energetic about something, we kind of just lift up the mood to just a higher vibration of excitement for whatever it is that you're participating in. Which leads into my fourth strength. I almost did that, but it leads into my fourth strength of having ADHD is we are persistent, resilient, and we are almost considered stubborn. Our life metaphorically sometimes feels like walking up a flight of stairs with a ball and chain around our ankle. Because we're so used to things not going according to plan, because we often don't plan things properly, we are just so used to having to just keep going, just pushing through and just still fighting to take another step, to persevere and to push past our own hurdles to succeed. So we have a tendency to persevere, to pursue, and to keep going despite the difficulties, which when I looked into my values and I dissected it, I never realized how much my values played into my ADHD, which one of my values is perseverance. I've not had an easy life regardless of my ADHD, but also additional to my ADHD, it's just been a struggle to get through school, to get through high school and everything like that, and to continue to fight to figure myself out. I feel like a lot of that is because of my resilience and my perseverance, which perseverance is one of my values, and the other one is faith. By faith, I persevered, and by perseverance is an act of faith. I guess a lot of us are like Dory from Finding Nemo. We're very forgetful, and we just keep swimming. So the fifth strength that I feel like is kind of a no-brainer when it comes to having ADHD is our ability to hyperfocus. I mean, in the perfect moment, in the perfect environment, it is the perfect storm. It is so powerful to have the ability to hyperfocus when you can cut everything out and just zone in on one thing and not quit until it's done. It's a really major strength. And for me, that was something that happened in my last desk job that I always call it a desk job. I was an assistant at a medical office, and they had the most disorganized filing cabinet that I couldn't quite literally handle it. Like, it was really difficult for me to process how disorganized that it got. And I was the only one hyper-focused enough to like get dirty and get it done. And it took me over a week, but I was so hyper-focused on getting it done that the whole staff was so grateful and things ran so much more smoothly that they were like, wow, I can't believe that we worked like this for over a year. They had people in their 20s and below, younger staff that didn't know how to use the alphabet and didn't know how to put things in alphabetical order, which that's a whole nother story, but that really blew me away. So in the right moment, our hyper focus is pretty amazing. Strength number 6 is we are kind, generous, and compassionate towards other people. Or you could say that we're patient with other people because we understand that life comes with its challenges and we have our own shortcomings and that there's a lot of things to overcome in life. So it's always a nice feeling when people are kind and compassionate and generous towards you and patient with you in everything that you struggle with. So and I find myself agreeing with this. I feel like I'm really patient with people and try to understand that not everybody's wired the same way. It's always such a nice feeling to be able to give your patience to other people because you know what it's like to have people be impatient with you. Like, I know that I don't got it all together. So whenever I see somebody else not have it all together, I get it. I've had people say that they didn't quit jobs because of my ability to rally around them and to understand that they look like they're kind of struggling. So it's like you jump in, you want to help them without overwhelming them, but you could see that they're overwhelmed. So it's like you help them out a couple times just because you don't want them to feel the same pain that you did in work environments or school environments when you didn't have it all together and people didn't give you compassion or understanding, which I realize we all fall short. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not always the nicest person ever, although I try to be and I strive to be. That is one thing that a lot of people with ADHD have, is the ability to be kind, generous, compassionate, and patient with other people. Which leads into trait number 7 is our ability to work well under pressure. I had to. Our ability to work well under pressure, it's almost like when things get more intense and whenever things are high stress, it's like almost like that stress level is brought up to where our brain is normally at. So it's like when things are high stress or crazy, it's like our brain is already running a mile a minute. So things have finally elevated to the standard with which our brain is running at. So we're like, oh, I got this. We're able to keep pace with the chaos of the moment and not get stressed, where other people might not be able to multitask or see things as fast as our brains can, if that even makes sense. So strength number 8 is us ADHDers are humorous, and probably because we have to learn to laugh at all of the ridiculous situations we get ourselves into. Whether it's locking your keys in your car twice in 1 week, or as me when I was a kid forgetting to wear shorts and going outside and playing until I got called out, you just kind of have to roll with the punches and learn to laugh at certain situations. And so it cultivates an ability to have a very unique, quirky, weird sense of humor. I've been told by a lot of my closest friends that I'm one of the funniest people they know. You might not agree, but a lot of it is the people that know me closest. I really know how to make them laugh, and it's fun to be around people that get me, because one of my favorite things to do is to make people laugh. If you didn't know that, I love humor. I love stand-up comedy. And yeah, ADHDers, we like humor. And this leads into my 9th strength for us ADHDers, which is we are childlike. Not that we are children or that we're immature, but we have like an ability to stay with a childlike heart and daydreamers, and we're able to get on children's levels really easily. I can attest to myself that I love kids and I think that they are all entertaining, and it's really easy for me to just really engage with people of all different ages, including and especially kids. And I definitely think that it's due to my childlike wonder and my excitement and my zeal for life and getting lost in my own thoughts, and I'm able to play make-believe really easily still to this day. Not as much as I could as a kid, but I definitely think that I have a childlike heart, and people tell me often that I am very silly. Let's just say that. Those are the 9 strengths of people with ADHD. There are so many more. Let me know your thoughts if you agree with any of these, if you disagree with any of these, or if I forgot something and you feel like you have a strength that I didn't mention, let me know in the comments section below. I always love hearing from you. You must know that by now. I try to get back to you as soon as possible if I don't forget and if life doesn't get in the way. Please, if you like this video, let me know by giving it one big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Share this with all your friends that you think might glean something from this or need a boost or need some level of like, wow, we're not too bad after all, if you know what I mean. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday and on the weekends. And you must know by now that you are all in my prayers. I really hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.